Hi everyone, happy day 19. So we are going to talk today a little bit more of a continuation of what we did yesterday. So when I left you yesterday, I had read an excerpt from Jean Marie's Vibe-a-thon, and she was referring to having this cake with candles and snuffing out the candles before you had the opportunity to make your wish, right? So I did that exercise and I talked a little bit about that, and we're going to do it again today, just so if you didn't get to watch the video or you didn't do it on your own, we can do it together. So close your eyes and picture that big cake in front of you with all of the candles, not as representing the years that you've been on this earth, but all of the possibilities, dreams, hopes, everything just there for you. And if you could have one of those wishes, take a moment, take it in, and then just as you're about to blow out the candle, is there something saying no, you can't have that? What is that dialogue? So don't go too deep into it. Just let that voice be heard, and then open your eyes and just take note of that. So for most of us, we do have that little voice, right? That's fear saying no, right? Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable with where it is. We talked about that, the ego and fear. It's comfortable with where it is. It doesn't really want to go anywhere else. So it starts that dialogue and putting obstacles in the way so that you don't really get to that dream necessarily all the time, right? Some of us can overcome obstacles quicker and easier than others. But I want to talk to you about that today because I had a bit of a breakthrough for myself. You know, I told you at the beginning of this week how there was an obstacle of my living situation was changing, and I've had several other obstacles just about running my own business. And I was investigating, I was digging deep, and I was thinking, you know, I know that I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm talented, I have a lot of resources, and there's still something that I'm not allowing myself to go to. And you know, it's like I have these jewels that I used this from Elizabeth Gilbert's Big Magic. We at the beginning of our time together, I said her quote was, "We have jewels buried deep within us, and the universe has put them there, but it's our job to dig deep and find them and reveal them." Right? So I know that I have these jewels inside of me, but I'm like, oh, I'll get to it later. I'll use that one later. You know, it's like I have all these different kinds of gems in there. I have rubies and diamonds and I don't know what other things, because I'm not a jewel person, but you get the drift. But I have all of these different kinds of jewels, and I keep saying, well, okay, I'll use this little tiny one, but I'm not going to use that big one. I'll use that one later. And I was wondering, I kept asking myself, well, why aren't you just using that, Phoebe? You know this, you have the smarts to do this. So my breakthrough was, and I think I've told you, I definitely have told you a little bit about my story. You know, my family is amazing, but for a lot of the things that I was doing, you know, I raised myself in some ways. You know, I was my own parent for periods of time, and I think because of that, I started to not fully trust situations or people. So in the long run, I don't think that I completely trusted myself, in that I knew that I had something special, but I didn't quite want to share it with the world because I didn't want to get hurt. And then with that, I put more layers on, so I didn't even know that they were there, right? So now I'm starting to go back in and see them and then clean them off. But what I'm doing is I've been cleaning them off and saying, well, I'll just keep them over here. I don't want anybody else to see, so because I'm having this hesitation of, well, what if I put my jewels out there and nobody sees them shine? So I'm just gonna let them shine. And I'm telling you all of this because maybe this is your dialogue too. Maybe you know that you have something special, and you know whatever that dream was that you were about to, you know, blow your candles out on, maybe you know that it is possible, but there's something that's holding you back. and you have your own storyline of why it's holding you back. But what we want to start to do is understand the why, but then how can we fix that? How can we change that pattern? Okay, and that's when gratitude comes into play, is being grateful for what you have and being grateful for that special thing that you have inside of you, and trusting it and allowing it to come out into the place. Because the more grateful, the more connected you are to it. It doesn't matter when you do bring it out into the world if anybody else responds to it. Okay, so we're going to be going even deeper with this. I'm really super excited to take you guys further. So our 21 days will formally end on Sunday, but I'm going to continue this as an option for all of us on the group. So we'll keep the Facebook group. In fact, we're going to open it up to the public. So if you have friends that you want to get back into this with you and join through the rest of the year, absolutely invite them. In fact, I'll go ahead and make it public today. So if you want to start that, they can join now. So the Facebook group will be there for you guys. I'll check in, but I'm not going to check in every day like I have been on these videos, just because I will be getting ready for the holidays, planning out the new year, and I'll be traveling to see my family for a bit. So I'll check in with you, but just not as much. Don't worry, I'm not going away. And I'm preparing for the new year, which you guys will love. I just started it last night, my own exploration. This will be Live Your Own Story, and it's about setting your intentions in 2016 and creating a roadmap for you for success so that you can actually hold yourself accountable. And we'll also have this support group to help you hold yourself accountable, and giving you the tools and that courage and the confidence to step forward into those intentions. So as I said, I started this exploration last night. I'll tell you more as we go along, but I'm going to do it for about 10 days now and see how everything shifts, and I'll be creating this program for all of you. I'll be sharing it with you probably around the 28th. We'll start it, we'll continue with this gratitude, and then lead into setting the intentions. So I really hope you join me on that. It'll be a little bit more of a formal program. It won't be just so much a Facebook group and videos, but there's going to be a lot more interactions and things for you guys to do so that you can really utilize these tools that I'm going to give you. Okay, so on that note, let's be grateful for today. I'm super grateful for the breakthroughs that I'm having, and I hope that this is a great reflection for you guys, right? Gives you some inspiration to keep moving with your gratitude. Okay, so namaste, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.